I know that normally, the internet is all sunshine and rainbows and everyone gets along. But can you believe that sometimes people are mean to public figures? No, Buckley, I won't hear of it. Oh yes, in fact, even I've received some less than flattering fan mail. People have told me to KYS, they've wished that I get cancer, or AIDS, or cancer of the AIDS, and that's all just because I made fun of their favorite song. And so, unless you just finally unwrapped one of those America Online CDs you got in the mail 20 years ago and logged onto the internet for the first time just to watch this video, you won't be surprised to hear that after Trump got a free long-distance ear piercing courtesy of a would-be assassin, many people on the internet were quick to, let's say, express their disappointment that the shooter forgot to account for the wind. And where better to express those opinions but on Twitter, the free speech platform. Of course, likely the biggest name to do so was Destiny, who spent the hours after it was announced saying things like, "Having a firearm means absolutely nothing if you don't spend time at the range practicing with it," and commenting on a photo of the apparent blood of the person the shooter did kill, a Trump supporter who was at the rally, with, "All I see is Biden up +1 in Pennsylvania." 10,000 likes for the range comment, 5,000 likes for basically, a guy died. People are angrier than they've ever been. But if you're truly outraged by these comments, especially if you're like, "My God, these disgusting liberals, have they no scruples? Inciting political violence?" I'm gonna need you to ask someone to go to the store for you, maybe Costco, pick up the largest tub of Crisco that they have, and bring it back so that you can lube your asshole up enough to get your fucking head out of there. The hypocrisy I've seen over the last few weeks has been absolutely insane. And so I thought, hey, you know what might be fun? Getting a bunch of downvotes by pointing it out. So, here are some of the lesser, self-aware moments of the last week or so. And no, it won't just be from righties. You know I've always been an equal opportunity asshole. We'll start with Dave Rubin. He's a fun little ball of inconsistencies. Former lefty who switched sides after working for the Young Turks. If I had to spend any time around Hassan Piker, I'd be switching teams too. He's gay and has 2 kids birthed by surrogates, raised by him and his husband. So, groomer alert! But the right can always use one of them on their side to go, "See, we don't mind them gays as long as they ain't the flaming kind." Anyway, he called Destiny's comments one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard in my entire life. Before he went fully political, Davey Boy fancied himself a comedian, even worked for The Daily Show. Let's see some examples of his hilarious comedy. Here we have his reply to someone's conspiracy about Paul Pelosi, the man attacked in his own home with a hammer. Oh look, he's used a gif of MC Hammer singing "Hammer Time." The husband of a leftist politician required skull surgery. Hilarious. Oh man. Oh, talking about pure comedy, remember that guy Aaron Bushnell set himself on fire to protest what's going on in Palestine? I know, how could it get funnier than that? Well, a day later, just barely enough time for the body to cool, Dave tweeted this corker. "Here's hoping that AOC, Rashida, and Ilhan join Aaron Bushnell in his brave protest." 4 praise emojis. "I'm Dave Rubin and I hope 3 women I dislike set themselves on fire." Shut the fuck up, you baby bitch. "Oh, what Destiny said was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life." Need me to get you a ladder so you don't hurt yourself getting down from your high horse? Fuck. And before we go any further, I want you guys to know I don't give a fuck about these things either. Buddha knows I've made my share of jokes about the dead. Dave Rubin's comments don't actually offend me, just as Destiny's don't. They're maybe not the smartest comments to make if you don't want men in black suits coming to your home to check to see if you keep any secret plans in your asshole, but none of them are a call to action or a threat. Hope for whatever you want, but don't be a hypocrite when someone makes similar comments about someone you like. And so, after one of Elon's hall monitors, a goofball by the name of Dom Lucra, who once shared child porn and then got let back on the platform by Elon personally, after Dom said, Mr. Musk, I don't think this Destiny guy's content should be allowed to be monetized. Musk gave Dom a little pat on the head and said, "You're right, it shouldn't be," and demonetized Destiny. Well, that's good. We wouldn't want anyone making any money off joking about the death of a politician, am I right? So, like a day later, Elon posts this. They're taking Biden fishing soon. Picture from The Godfather Part 2, where they took Fredo fishing. Now, I'd hate to spoil a 50-year-old movie for you, but want to guess what happens to Fredo on that fishing trip? They kill him. So this joke is that the Democrats are going to take Biden out onto a lake and shoot him. 111 million views, 494,000 likes for the theoretical final time Biden's going to have to worry about the terms Roe or Wade. Not literally, Buckley. He meant take him out of the election, which they did. Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. Drawing the line conveniently where you want it to be. It's a joke about Biden being taken out mob style. And if you'd prefer a little more literal imagery, a day or two after that, he tweets a video captioning it, "Best AI video to date." It's a complete piece of shit, but whatever, in which digital Trump and Biden reenact the ending of The Matrix, with Trump as Neo, stopping Agent Biden's bullets, kicking him down the hallway, and then jumping into Biden and exploding him from the inside out. So again, fantasizing about Biden's death. Totally advertiser friendly. Plenty of ads were in the replies to this post. Although to be fair, Elon's probably still losing money on Twitter, so maybe this one isn't that hypocritical at all. He just wanted Destiny to know what it's like to post stuff and not actually make any money from it. And I promised a liberal for you, so let's talk about Jack Black. Him and his pal Kyle Gass, who he's been working with for, 30 years, were doing a show in Australia a couple days after the assassination attempt. And at one point, they wheel out a birthday cake for Kyle and ask him to make a wish. Kyle says, "Don't miss Trump next time," before blowing out the candles. The next day, Jack Black says, all creative plans have been put on hold and that the tour's been canceled. "I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form," he claims. He'd never do it, you guys. Except, have any of you seen a little web series called Tenacious D Post-Apocalypto? I'll bet you haven't. In it, Jack and Kyle go on an adventure after a hydrogen bomb is dropped and the world descends into chaos. In the 5th episode, they sneak into the White House dressed like Klansmen, because that's who guards the White House according to them, where they find Donald Jr. With help from the Terminator, they gun down all the Klan and Nazi guards. We see an image of what's very clearly Trump, white power saluting with a mushroom cloud on one side and a cross burning on the other, and then they shoot Donald Jr. with a Gatling gun. I know it looks like I drew this, but I assure you, this is a real thing that they released on YouTube, and now just so happens to be private. Who could ever guess why? But Jack Black isn't disgusted by jokes making fun of Trump being shot. He made a cartoon of it. No, he threw his friend of 30 years, longer really, under the bus because he was worried, well, what if I stuck up for my friend and Nintendo didn't let me play Bowser again? You spend all your Nacho Libre money, Jack? Absolute cowardly behavior. He's afraid what? He's gonna get canceled? That libs of TikTok might come after him? You're not a Home Depot worker, you should be safe. Well, that's what she spent, in her words, 2 days with only 8 hours of sleep doing. Hunting down and doxing minimum wage workers and public school teachers with 20 followers who made similar comments. Not all heroes wear capes, but some should wear straitjackets. She then got mad at the Daily Mail for using her screenshots and claimed they had no ethics. You use your reach to harass hospitals and you want to talk about ethics? It'd be like Jeffrey Dahmer being disgusted about someone eating a dog. When suggesting that this is taking part in cancel culture, something the right claims to hate, her defenders parroted things like, "They're rules, we're just making them play by them." And hey, sure, if you want to admit that you're just as shitty as the people you hate, that you have no ethics of your own, that's fine. but don't stand in a fucking ditch and then pretend that you have the moral high ground. You know the old saying, don't wrestle with pigs, you both get dirty, but the pigs like it. I say, wrestle with all the pigs you want. Just be willing to admit that you like it too. Come on, Destiny, Dave, Elon, Chea, Jack. Oink with me.